Hey guys, I hope that this is enough lighting for you guys. I hate this camera quality, but I am starving right now. I don't feel like making this video because I'm hungry and I need to order me something to eat, but I just want to say this. Why do men lack basic knowledge when it comes to pleasing women? When it comes to pleasing, their women or you know, their pursuit of women. Why do they lack basic knowledge? I figured that, a lot of men have been let off the hook. A lot of them get away with doing a lot of sly, disrespectful things to women. And I think that a lot of them get away with it because we allow these men to get away with disrespecting us and not courting us and not treating us the way we want to be treated. And I see this a lot of times. A lot of women, especially black women, a lot of black women are desperate. A lot of black women are desperate as hell when it comes to dating and being in relationships. Like, I see them do some of the dumbest things. I see some of them, get into relationships with these men knowing that they ain't about nothing. And at the end of the day, like, I see that you may like a certain man because he look good to you or he lay pipe good or something like that. I can see that, but at the end of the day, you should be able to control yourself, sexually. You should be able to control that. A lot of y'all act like men, when it comes down to, you know, dating and stuff like that. A lot of y'all act like dudes and y'all act desperate for sex and for, the D. And yeah, a lot of y'all act really thirsty, for dick and attention when it comes down to dealing with men. And I feel really sorry for a lot of these chicks because I'm not like that. I can go months and years without having, you know, a sexual relationship with a man because at the end of the day, that is not something that I highly desire. Sex is the last thing that's on my mind when it comes to dealing with somebody. So, a lot of these women, they pop out babies and, they deal with dirt shit men. They deal with these men and they go through the same process of, arguing with them about, cheating and being disrespectful and, dogging them out and, not just living up to, the standards of what how a gentleman should treat a woman. A lot of black women, we put up, I'm not gonna say we because I don't put up with that shit. I don't deal with that. I don't have those type of problems. And this is the reason why I really don't, chill with, other women. And it has nothing to do with, me thinking that I'm better than other women, but a lot of things I just don't relate to when it comes to dating and dealing with men and having kids and popping out babies and baby daddy issues and child support and cheating. I don't deal with those type of issues because that is not, that is not my focus. That is not something that I care about. That is not something that I indulge in because number one, I feel like I'm better than that. I feel like I'm more than just, somebody's baby mama. I'm more than just a bitch off the street or, whatever you want to call it. Like, a lot of y'all women, y'all do things, in tacky ways and y'all complain about these men. And I'm not saying that, I never, went through some bullshit when it came down to a man because I have been through some shit when it comes down to men, but I learned my lesson from that and I moved on from that. I never did that again because I didn't like the way the situation made me feel. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like how, the end result was. So I said, you know what, from now on, I see how people move, I see how people act, and you know, you learn your lesson from these type of situations. So you, when you know better, you know, you do better. You know what I'm saying? So certain things I just don't get myself involved with because I know it's going to cause me heartache. It's going to cause me pain. It's going to cause me to be in a bad mood, and that's just not how I want to feel. So um, you know, I said at the beginning of the video, you know, a lot of men lack basic knowledge when it comes to dealing with these women because we allow them to get away with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, that has really brought down the dating market when it comes to, you know, getting into relationships and dealing with, you know, the opposite sex. You know, it has brought down the value. Yeah, it has brought down, you know, the value of dating. So, you know, the meaning, and, you know, a lot of people used to do things, you know, differently back in the day. And people are just so loose with their sexuality and, you know, having sex and, you know, being in a relation. A lot of people are just loose when it comes to that, and they allow people to have access to them when they shouldn't have access to them. They shouldn't, you know, be in, you know, this person's company because, you know, they don't deserve to be. You know what I'm saying? You have to be very strict on who you allow access to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, not only do not everybody have your best interest at heart, because, you know, people, they take advantage of your kindness and they see it as weakness or whatever. But, you know, you just have to be very careful who you allow into your life, because it can cause you trouble. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, if you are, you know, you're just at a different level when it comes to doing things. You know what I'm saying? And you know who you are as a person, and you do things, you know, in the righteous way. You know what I'm saying? You know, your blessings, your blessings are more, it's, you know, it multiplies. You know what I'm saying? Your blessings, you know, they come in and they, you know, God, you know, he blesses you in a different type of way when you live a righteous way and you do things, you know, the natural way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to make this a super long video because I keep getting cut off, and it's frustrating. I don't want to make this video too long because YouTube only allows me to have 15 minutes of talk time. But, you know, I'm just saying, you know, I'm the type of person, I don't have an interest in dating because I already know. I have foresight. I can see bullshit a mile away, and a lot of times I can predict how something is going to happen and what type of, you know, frustration it's going to bring me. So you have to know what you're dealing with when it comes to people. I mean that in all relationships. You have to know what type of people that you are dealing with, because if you don't, and if you don't have good, you know, intuition, and if you don't have a good reading and understanding when it comes to dealing with people, you know, you're going to get screwed over in life. You just have to know who you're dealing with, and you have to look at things like, is this person going to benefit my life in some type of way? You know what I'm saying? And even if it does sound selfish to you, or it sounds like, you know, I'm trying to use somebody, you know, you should only deal with people that can benefit you in some type of way. Whether that, it can be, and I'm not talking about financially, it could be emotionally, it can be anything that is going to elevate you as a person. You know, you have to know who you are dealing with, because there's a lot of snakes out here in these streets, and it's a lot of jealousness and enviousness, and, you know, if that's even a word. You just have to know who you're dealing with when it comes to, you know, certain things. But thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you guys later.